You gotta show everybody first.
Y'all can wave or something.
Hi. Swag.
Oh, Lord.
Hello, everybody. I thank you so much for being here and listening to my speech. If I speak a little weird, I'm sorry. I'm just getting over being sick, so if my voice cracks, I apologize. I really can't do anything about it. But let's begin. All right, have you ever wondered how people who aren't native to America or live in a English-speaking country but come from somewhere who don't speak English, how they learn English? Because, I mean, when they go into the country, they don't know any of the language. So how do they learn how to speak the language? Well, teaching ESL classes, which is English as a Second Language, is a great, fun, and easy way to get to know people from different countries and learn how to speak to them and teach them and learn about their culture, all while you help them. Recently, I've had the opportunity to volunteer my time at Helping Hands and actually become an ESL teacher. And I've learned about people from all over the world because I work with students from all over the world, like South Korea and France and Afghanistan and China and numerous other places. And so today I would like to share with you guys how easy it is to become a teacher and how easy it is for you to reach out and teach them English, because being an English teacher is really, really rewarding, and you don't have to know any other languages besides English to be an English teacher. First, when you're teaching English to people, you really have to put yourself in their shoes, right? You have to think about their culture, and you have to realize that English doesn't make sense all the time. And I'm not just talking about slang, I'm talking about normal everyday conversation. And while teaching, you'll realize that English is kind of weird. It's put together in an odd way, like the word up. We use up a lot when we're not talking about the direction up, like pick up your clothes, clean up your room, shut up, I'm giving up. Like it's not talking about direction, it's just a statement. So when we say stuff like that, you realize just how different we really are. And
Do something about it.
it's okay. All right. You also realize that words, everyday words, when put in a different sentence, can mean something completely different. Take the sentence, Jesus walked along the shore of Galilee. In that sentence, the word along means that he walked on the shore or with the shore, right? But in the sentence, Jane and Sherry get along with each other, the word along doesn't necessarily mean with or on. So in that sentence, along means that they work well together or they're nice to each other. So you get to learn about stuff like that, that there's things that you don't realize about English that are different. You also get to learn about the differences and similarities between our culture in everyday life and their culture in everyday life. For instance, in France, I just learned this the other day from one of my students that in France, when they're listening to the radio, driving around in the car listening to the radio, they hear American songs. They hear Rihanna, they hear Chris Brown, they hear Eminem in English singing their songs. And they like to sing along with them because they like our music, but they don't know what they're saying and what they're singing along with. They just like the melody. So I thought that was really interesting that they sing the songs that we sing even though they don't know what the songs are. And in China, it's commonly acceptable for a Chinese person to go up to one of their friends, and it's actually something that's encouraged and is disrespectful if you don't, and mention their weight. And they're like, it's something that they really encourage, like, oh, hey, you've gained weight, that's good, or hey, you're looking a little bigger than you were before. And if you don't mention it, it's considered rude not to notice that kind of stuff. So I thought that was something that was kind of really different from our culture. Just like in Europe, if they're in the military, then they can't run for office, they can't go into a political place because they were in the military, where here in America it's encouraged. Most of the time when you're running for a political office, if you've had a military background, it helps you, it encourages you and gets you farther along. When you may be thinking to yourself, how am I supposed to teach somebody who doesn't understand English and I don't know another language? And it's very, very simple because you have many resources like these right here. You get these workbooks that you can use and you can bring them, and it shows you how to lead somebody through teaching English. And it's just like a workbook that you would have if you were taking a different foreign language like Spanish or French. It's the same workbooks except for in English for you to lead them along. And you can get a lot of resources from different places, and the organization that you work with will provide you with resources for you to teach these adults and kids. One of the most important things when teaching English to people who don't understand English is that you have to speak slowly. We get in the habit of speaking extremely fast or not pronunciating every word that we say, but you really have to speak slowly. And having normal conversation with them, just have a normal conversation, ask them about their day, ask them how they're doing, and ask them what they're doing with their family this week, or how was their vacation that they went on, because that helps them learn the vocabulary of English the way that they need to learn. And it comes up very often that they can use it in everyday life and have the conversations. So helping people from other countries learn English is a great way for you to step outside your comfort zone and become culturally educated in their culture, and also help them at the same time learn the things that you know and to teach them the things that they need to know in order to fully adapt into an English-speaking life. In summary, teaching English to people is really easy. As long as you can speak English, you can teach English. It's very simple, and it's a great way for you to reach out to people and to be able to talk to people who are foreign that you normally wouldn't talk to. It's a great way for you to reach out and just help them in a way that you didn't think that you could help them before. In the words of R.D. Clyde, getting things done is not always what's most important. There is value in allowing others to learn, even if the task is not accomplished as quickly, efficiently, or as effectively as it used to be. Thank you guys all for coming in here and hearing me. Is there any questions that you have about?
What's this Helping Hands?
Helping Hands is an organization that reaches out to people who that can't speak English. Maybe it offers them classes, or if they can't afford clothes or something, you can go in there and you can get clothes for really, really cheap. Or if you don't have enough money to buy food, they will donate food to you and just basically help you with things that you need to know.
So it's an all-around place for helping out.
It is.
Very cool.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you.